Hello friends, welcome to R2P Soft IT classes. Today we will discuss API topic, Web API topic, RESTful services. You have heard RESTful services. Let's start. What are the RESTful services? REST stands for the representational state transfer. This term is coined by the Roy Fielding in 2000. RESTful is an architectural style for creating loosely coupled applications over the HTTP. In order to make a API to be RESTful, it has to adhere the around 6 constants that are mentioned below. Client and server separation. Server and clients are clearly isolated in the RESTful services. Stateless. REST architecture is based on the HTTP protocol, and the server response can be cached by clients, but no client context would be stored on the server. Uniform interface allows a limited set of operation defined using the HTTP verbs. For example, get, put, post, delete, etc. Cacheable. RESTful architecture allows the response to be cached or not. Caching improves performance and scalability. Code on demand. Layered system. Next question: why is Web API required? Is it possible to use RESTful services using WCF, Window Communication Foundation? Yes, we can still develop RESTful services with WCF. However, there are two main reasons that prompt users to use Web API instead of RESTful services. Web API increases TDD, test data driven approach, in the development of RESTful services. If we want to develop RESTful services in WCF, Window Communication Foundation, you surely need a lot of config settings, URI templates, contacts, and endpoints for developing RESTful services using Web API. Next question: what is the benefit of using REST in Web API? REST is used to make fewer data transfers between client and server, which make it an ideal for using it in mobile apps. Web API also supports HTTP protocol. Therefore, it reintroduces the traditional way of the HTTP verbs for communication. Explain what is REST and RESTful. REST represents a representational state transfer. It is entirely a new aspect of writing a web app. RESTful, it is term written by applying REST architectural concepts is called RESTful services. It forces on system resources and how the state of the resource should be supported over HTTP protocol. What is REST? REST is architectural style. It has defined guidelines for creating services which are scalable. REST used with HTTP protocol using its verb get, put, post and delete. Next question, Web API versus WCF REST API. Answer, WCF REST API is good for message queue, duplex communication, one-way messaging. Web API is good for HTTP based service. Web API is the best fit with MVC pattern, which is the major benefits of the Web API. WCF will support SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol, and XML, Extensible Markup Language format, while the Web API can support any media format including JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, XML. WCF is good for developing service-oriented applications, and ASP.NET Web API is perfect for building HTTP services. WCF can support HTTP, TCP, named pipes as protocol on another side. Web API can support HTTP protocol only. Web API is easy for experienced developers in MVC pattern. WCF requires lot of configuration to run, while Web API is simple and no configuration required to run. WCF, it is a framework, window communication foundation. It is a framework used to build or develop service oriented applications. WCF will only be consumed by clients which will understand XML. WCF can support protocols such as HTTP, TCP, named pipes, etc. Web API, it is a framework that will help us for building, developing HTTP services. Web API is an open source platform. It will support most of the MVC features that will keep Web API over WCF. What is REST? Answer, REST is stand for representational state transfer. This is an architectural pattern to exchange data over a distributed environment. REST architectural pattern can treat each service as a resource, and a client will access these resources by using HTTP protocol methods such as get, post, put and delete. What is not REST? Answer, following is not REST. A protocol is not a REST. A standard is not a REST. A replacement of SOAP is not a REST. What are RESTful services? Answer, REST is a standard. REST is a stand. REST is a stand for a representational state transfer. Friends, you know REST is a stand for representational state transfer. The REST was first introduced in the year 2000 by Roy Fielding as part of his doctoral dissertation. REST is an architectural pattern to exchange the data over a distributed environment. REST architectural pattern will treat each service as a resource, and a client will access these resources by using HTTP protocol methods such as GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE. The REST architectural patterns will specify a set of constants which a system should adhere to. Following are the REST constants. फर्स्ट है client server constants. This is the first constant. This constant will specify which a client will send a request to the server, and the server will send a response back to the client. This separation of concerns can support the independent development of both client side and server side logic. That means client application and server application can be developed separately without any dependency on each other. A client will only know resource URI, and that's all. Server and client will also be replaced and developed independently as long as the interface between them will not be altered. Second one, stateless constant. The next constant is stateless constant. The stateless constant will specify that the communication between the client and the server should be stateless between requests. We will not be storing anything on the server related to client. The request from the client will contain all the necessary information for the server for processing that request. This will ensure that each request will be treated independently by the server. Cacheable constant. Some data will be provided by the server, such as the list of products or list of departments in a company will not change that often. This constant state that let the client know how long this data will be good for, and therefore the client will not have to come back to the server for that data over and over again. Uniform interface constant. Uniform interface constant. This is the next constant. The uniform interface constant will define an interface between the client and the server. To understand the uniform interface constant, we required to understand what a resource is and the HTTP verbs get, put, post, and delete. In the context of REST API, resources typically represent data entities. The product, employee, customer, etc. are all resources. The HTTP verb get, put, post, and delete, which is sent with each request, informs the API what to do with the resource. Each resource will be identified by the specific URI, uniform resource identifier. Next constant is layered system. Friends, REST will allow us to use a layered system architecture where we can develop the API in server A and will store data on server B and authenticate a request in server C. For example, a client will not ordinarily state whether it will be connected directly to the server or to an intermediary along the way. That's it, friend. Next question. SOAP performs a slow as compared to REST. What are the differences between REST and SOAP? I think this one is of related to this question. What is the differences between REST and SOAP? SOAP performance is slow as compared to REST. The difference between REST and SOAP is following. SOAP will stand for simple object access protocol, whereas REST stands for representational state transfer. Second, the SOAP is an XML which is based protocol, whereas REST will not a protocol but it is an architectural pattern. Example for resource based architecture. SOAP has specifications for both stateless and stateful implementation, whereas REST will be completely stateless. SOAP will enforce message format as XML, whereas REST will not enforce message format as XML or JSON. The SOAP message is consist of an envelope that will include SOAP headers and body for storing the actual information we required for sending, whereas REST will use the HTTP built-in headers with a variety of media types for storing the information, and it will use the HTTP GET, POST, PUT and delete methods for performing CRUD operations. SOAP will use interface and named operations for exposing the service, whereas to expose resources service, REST will use URI and methods such as get, put, post, delete. How web API is useful in creating RESTful web services? Answer: REST is stand for representational state transfer. It is an architectural pattern and will use HTTP as the communication mechanism. In a REST API, resources will be entities which are represented using different endpoints. Web API is used for creating RESTful web services. Answer: Web API controllers will represent different entities in application, and different action methods will be mapped using HTTP verbs like post and get. What are differences between REST and SOAP? The difference between REST and SOAP is given below. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol, whereas REST stands for Representational State Transfer. The SOAP is an XML based protocol, whereas REST is not a protocol but it is an architectural pattern that is resource based architecture. SOAP has a specification for both stateless and stateful implementation, whereas REST is completely stateless. SOAP enforces message format as XML, whereas REST does not enforce message format as XML or JSON. The SOAP message consists of an envelope which includes SOAP headers and body to store the actual information we want to send, whereas REST uses the HTTP built-in headers with a variety of media types to store the information and uses the HTTP GET, POST, PUT and DELETE methods to perform CRUD CRUD operations. SOAP uses interfaces and named operations to expose the service, whereas to expose resources service REST uses URI and methods like GET, PUT, POST, DELETE. SOAP performance is slow as compared to REST. What is REST and RESTful? REST or representational state transfer is an architectural style for designing applications. Instead of using complex mechanisms like CORBA, CORBA, RPC or SOAP for communication, it indicates that HTTP should be used. There are a few principles associated with REST architectural style. Everything is a resource, that is file, video, images, web pages, etc. Every resource is identified by a unique identifier. Be stateless. Every request should be an independent request. Use simple and uniform interfaces. Everything is done via a representation. Sending a request from client to server and receiving responses from server to client. RESTful. It is term written by applying REST architectural concepts and is called RESTful services. It focuses on system resources and how the state of resource should be transported over HTTP protocol. What are the RESTful services? REST stands for representational state transfer. This is repeated question. This term was coined by Roy Fielding In 2000, RESTful is an architectural style for creating loosely coupled application over HTTP. In order to make API to be RESTful, it must adhere to the around 6 constants that are mentioned below. Client and server separation. Server and clients are clearly isolated in the RESTful services. This constant specifies that a client sends a request to the server and the server sends a response back to the client. This separation of concerns supports the independent development of both client side and server side logic. That means client application and server application should be developed separately without any dependency on each other. A client should only know resource URIs and that's all. Server and client may also be replaced and developed independently as long as the interface between them is not altered. Stateless REST architecture is based on HTTP protocol and the server response can be cached by the clients but no client context would be stored on the server. The stateless constant specifies that the communication between the client and the server must be stateless between requests. This means that we should not be storing anything on the server related to the client. The request from the client should contain all the necessary information for the server to process that request. This ensures that each request can be treated independently by the server. Uniform interface allows a limited set of operations defined using the HTTP verbs, for example get, put, post, delete, etc. The uniform interface constant defines an interface between the client and the server. To understand the uniform interface constant, we need to understand what a resource is and the HTTP verbs get, put, post and delete. In the context of REST API, resources typically represent data entities. The product, employees, customer, etc. are all resources. The HTTP verbs get, put, post and delete that are sent with each request tell the API what to do with the resource. Each request is identified by a specific URI, uniform resource identifier. Cacheable. RESTful architecture allows the resource to be cached or not. Caching improves performance and scalability. Some data provided by the server like the list of product or list of departments in a company does not change that often. This constant lets the client know how long this data holds good and so that the client does not have to come back to the server for that data over and over again. Code on demand is an technology that sends executable software code from a server to a client upon request from the client. The program code lies inactive on web server until a client requests a web page that contains a link to the code using the client's web browser. Upon this request, the web page and the program are transported to the user's machine using HTTP. When the page is displayed, the code is started in the browser and executed locally. inside the user's computer until it is stopped, that is by the user leaving the web page. Layered system. REST allows us to use a layered system architecture where we deploy the API in server A and store data on server B and authenticate request in server C. For example, a client can't ordinarily tell whether it is connected directly to the server or to an intermediary along the way. What are the advantages of using REST in Web API? REST allows used to make fewer data transfers between the client and server, which make REST an ideal for using it in mobile apps. Web API supports the HTTP protocol, thereby it reintroduces the old way of HTTP verbs for communication. What are the differences between REST and SOAP? It is one of the most frequently asked Web API interview questions in Web API interviews. The difference between REST and SOAP is given below. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol, whereas REST stands for Representational State Transfer. The SOAP is an XML based protocol, whereas REST is not a protocol but it is an architectural pattern, that is resource based architecture. SOAP has specifications for both stateless and stateful implementation, whereas REST is completely stateless. SOAP enforces message format as XML, whereas REST does not enforce message format as XML or JSON. The SOAP message consists of an envelope which include SOAP headers and body to store the actual information we want to send, whereas REST uses the HTTP built-in headers with a variety of media types to store the information and uses the HTTP GET, POST, PUT and DELETE methods to perform CRUD operations. SOAP uses interfaces and named operations to expose the service, whereas to expose resources service, REST uses URI and methods like GET, PUT, POST, DELETE. SOAP performance is slow as compared to REST. What are RESTful services? This is also a repeated question. This is also a repeated question and the answer is same. What is REST? This is also a repeated question and answer is same as stated above. What is not a REST? This is also a repeated question. What is REST? But answer is different here. We will discuss what is REST. REST is an architectural style with constant A web API may or may not be REST compliant. Sometimes the term web API and REST are used interchangeably, which is not correct. Your answer to this question should show that you know what REST is and why it is not the same as web API. Example: REST or representational state transfer is an architectural style that uses a set of standards to make it easy for systems to communicate over the internet using HTTP. Systems using REST, called RESTful, are stateless in that clients and servers know nothing about the other's state. They are also modular, meaning clients and servers, user interfaces and data storage can be maintained independently. A web API may or may not be RESTful. Can you name the 6 constant specified by REST architectural pattern? This is also a repeated question, but the question asking pattern is different. We can check it also. Only 5 of REST constant are required. The sixth is optional. If the interviewer asks the question this way, be sure to note this fact when you give your answer. It is important you know the REST constant since web API can be RESTful. Example: for a web API to be considered RESTful, that is REST compliant, it must adhere to 5 constant and optionally adhere to 1. Asterisk is important. Asterisk: client server separation. Client and server have no independence upon one another. Clients need only know the URI, uniform resource identifier, of the server resource they need to access. Stateless: the client's request to server should be self contained. The server does not need to maintain any information about the client in order to complete the request. You will better understand, friends. Uniform interface: each resource made available to client must have only one logical URI and provide a way to get additional data. There should be a common, consistent approach to accessing and modifying resources. Cacheable: for the sake of performance and scalability, the client should be able to store certain server responses, that is, list of items that don't change frequently. Layered system: a layered system divides API, data storage and request authentication between 3 separate servers. The client is usually unaware of whether it has connected directly to the end server or to one of intermediary server. Code on demand. This constant is optional if necessary. Instead of responding with a static representation of resources in XML or JSON, the server can send executable code. That's it, friend. Please like the video, subscribe the channel, and please leave your comment. Thank you very much.